Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between green hills, there lived a boy named Rohan. He was known all around as the lazy boy. If laziness were a competition, Rohan would have won first prize every year. He hated waking up early, disliked studying, and avoided any work that required effort. His parents often scolded him, his teachers gave up on him, and his friends stopped counting on him. Rohan would always say, "What's the point of working so hard? Life is meant to be enjoyed." And by enjoyed, he meant lying on his bed all day, scrolling through his phone, or daydreaming about a better life. He often admired successful people on social media, athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, and wondered how they managed to live such amazing lives. But every time he thought about improving himself, the thought of effort scared him away. One day, something unexpected happened. His father, a kind but strict man, sat beside him and said gently, "Rohan, I'm not going to lecture you anymore, but I want to tell you a story." Rohan half listened as his father continued. There were once two farmers. One farmer planted a single seed every day. The other said, "What difference can one seed make?" A year later, the first farmer had a large field full of crops, and the second had an empty field. Success doesn't come from big actions done once, it comes from small actions done every day. For some reason, those words struck Rohan deeply. He couldn't stop thinking about them. That night, lying in bed, he whispered to himself, "Maybe I can start small, just one thing." The next morning, instead of waking up at 10 a.m., he set an alarm for 9:45. It wasn't much, but it was earlier than usual. The next day he woke up at 9:30. It felt like nothing had changed, yet something inside him felt different, a spark of pride. Encouraged, Rohan decided to take another small step. He promised himself to read just one page of a book every night before sleeping. The first day, it took him 5 minutes. The next week, he was reading 5 pages a night without even realizing it. Within a month, he had finished his first book, something he had never done before. Gradually, Rohan started applying the same idea to other areas of his life. He began exercising, not a full workout, but 5 push-ups every morning. Then it became 10, then 20. He started helping his mother with small chores, just washing his own plate after meals. Slowly, his small habits began to change how he saw himself. One afternoon, his best friend Arav dropped by and couldn't believe his eyes. The once messy room was neat, books were stacked on the table, and Rohan was writing something in a notebook. "What's going on with you?" Arav laughed. "You've changed, man." Rohan smiled. "Not really. I just started doing little things every day. It's strange. Small habits make big differences." Over the next few months, Rohan's life transformed. His grades improved, his body grew stronger, and his mind became calmer. He began to enjoy the process of self-improvement rather than chasing perfection. He learned that discipline wasn't about doing everything at once. It was about showing up every day, even in tiny ways. One day, his teacher announced a school speech competition. Normally, Rohan would have avoided it, but this time he decided to try. He prepared for it little by little, writing 1 paragraph a day, practicing for 10 minutes each evening. When the day came, he stood confidently before the audience and delivered a heartfelt speech about the power of small habits. His message came straight from his own life. The audience clapped thunderously, and Rohan won first place. As he walked off the stage, his teacher smiled and said, "See, Rohan, greatness doesn't come from giant leaps, it grows from tiny steps." Years later, Rohan became a motivational writer, sharing his story with thousands of people. Whenever someone asked him how he transformed from a lazy boy into a successful man, he always replied, "I just started with one small habit, and I never stopped." He often remembered his father, his story about the 2 farmers, and realized the truth behind it. Small habits, though invisible in the beginning, build a foundation for extraordinary change. And so, the boy who once hated effort became the man who inspired others to take small steps, because he had learned that every great journey begins not with a leap, but with a single, simple step. Moral: small habits may seem powerless at first, but over time, they shape who we become. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform.